This video demonstration is going to walk you through how to calculate average scores using Raptor. So the premise of this program is that Shannon and Jasmine bowl as a team. Each of them bowls 3 games in a tournament. They would like to know their individual averages for their 3 games and the team average. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow the user to import the scores for each player. And then we're going to output Shannon's average, Jasmine's average, and the team's average. So some of the variables that we need are score 1, score 2, score 3, an average for Jasmine, a sum for Shannon, a sum for Jasmine, and an average for Shannon, and then an overall team average. Then we'll use the formula below, the team average equals, to calculate the team average score. So let's go ahead and look at what this looks like in Raptor. In the screenshot here, you'll see where the variables are stored, and then we look for the inputs. Then we call more, we input, call, do all of our calculations, and then we're going to output. So this is the basic program of how it's going to go through what we're looking for the user to input, what we're going to calculate, and what we're going to output. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what this actually looks like in Raptor. So here we are in Raptor. I've already written out the program. So let's go ahead and push play and just watch it run through the program itself. So it's going through all the score variables, the sum, the average variables, and now we're going to say, please enter Shannon's first score, her second score, and her third score. And now Jasmine, and it does the calculation, and now it's going to do the output. So the average, Shannon's average is 5, Jasmine's average is 10, and then the team's average is 7.5. So this is what we want to do setting up in Raptor to run that through. So if I do some others, it's going to do all the calculations, it runs it through. Does the average, it outputs it. And so Shannon's average is 12, Jasmine's average is 27.66, and the team's average is 19.8.33. So now we're going to calculate this out. I'll show you how to put it together in Raptor using the assignments, inputs, and outputs. So the first thing I want to do is get all my variables set up. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag in, and I need to save it first. And then I'll double click on it and I'm going to set it. So I'm going to say score 1, set it to 0 because I don't want it to have any value right now because I'm going to input those in. So I'm going to keep adding them. I just drag and drop, double click, and I'm going to do that for all of those variables. Now that I have all my variables in, I need to get the input. So I need the user to be able to input the scores. So I'm going to say, please enter Shannon's, we'll start with Shannon's, first score. And I'm going to put that in quotes. And then I'm going to have it be score 1. And then I'm going to do that again. And this one will be score 2. And it does matter spelling, so make sure that you're spelling everything up correctly. And I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to put that in as well. So score 3. And now we're going to have another announcement because we need to sum them. So sum Shannon. And we want to do score 1 plus score 2 plus score 3. And then I need to get the average as well because I want to make sure that I get the average score for Shannon. And then that will be sum Shannon divided by 3. It's a little basic arithmetic coming back. And then we're going to do that same process again for Jasmine. So this bunch right here we'll write for Jasmine. So now that we've collected information as the scores for Jasmine and Shannon, we've also done the sum, we've also done the average. Now we need to do the team average. So I will do another assignment. And I will set the team average to average Shannon plus average Jasmine, parentheses divided by 2. All right, and now we just need to output them. So the first one will be Shannon's average is, and then plus the variable we want to pull. Then do the same thing here. Jasmine's average is plus the average. And then one last one. And that's going to be our team average. And now we should be able to run this and watch it go through the loop here, setting all the variables. So here's Shannon's first score. And then Shannon's second score. Shannon's third score. It runs it through. And it will say flowchart complete. Here's my master console. And we tested that earlier in the program I had already written. So with those same numbers. So Shannon's average is 5, Jasmine's average is 10. The team average is 7.5. You can do some quick math to double check that your math is correct on just a piece of paper and do these calculations yourself so that you can verify that the program is actually outputting what you want the user to see and is the proper calculations. So this is the demonstration on how to complete average scores for the bowling league for Jasmine and Shannon.